All right, everybody, we are live. We're doing technical directing. Turn on the volume as loud as I can. All right, so we're live. Everybody on the inside, glad to have you here. All those in the chat, I see you. All the folks out there, let me welcome everybody to the live. Remember the usual, like the video. To all my mods on the inside, all the mods. Wait now, you're mod. How come I'm not seeing the mod symbol? Anyhow, I know they are mods, right? All right, so I'm introducing you to the panel. Tonight, our panel consists of Mr. Kerwin Springer. He'll be judging algorithm, and that counts for 40%. And inside joke, I am the one that made the mistake with the video. I sent him the wrong. I sent him the wrong number because I literally copied and pasted a WhatsApp message from the next person, which is Miss Chanel from CSBS Learning. She is judging storyline. What was the official name of it?
Caribbean Storyboard is what you told me.
Caribbean Storyboard, yeah, which is basically Caribbean themes and how your story is transitioning from one place to another. She is qualified to do this because she is an English teacher. She's a language teacher, and she knows about writing and narrative and all the other big words that you use, adjectives, transitions, and whatnot.
Exactly what you think.
Right. And why is Kerwin Springer qualified? Because he teaches maths and he has a degree in mechanical engineering. So he knows a lot about logic and he knows algorithms and programming to a large extent. Just he hasn't done it in a while, which is good. And then I have Miss Diane Suklal. She is a past student of mine, additional scholarship winner. She got a scholarship for creative arts. Creative arts, and she currently studies at the she's studying architecture right now, and in her third year, something like that. Third year?
Yeah, third way.
Yes, somewhere around there, right? So she knows architecture and she knows about design, and she was the one that designed the logo of My Caribbean Story, because when I'm in a jam and I need graphics done, I call Diane. All right, so we just lost Miss Chanel, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, guys, so let's see who's in the chat there. Let me just pull out some names there. I see Ren, you were first. Jarvis, you were second. Riana, Ramphal. Riana, you're one of the contestants, right? Yeah, I remember. Spanish, finally. Spanish has always be like vexed when I start late because I'm known for being on time for everything. So when Spanish see a minute late, he'd be like, "Why am I still boy? This is not you. This is not what we've come to know." Vedang, he's also a contestant. Jeremiah Lewis, I don't remember that name, but thank you very much for coming, Jeremiah. Then we have DM Boss. These are my Halo sweaters. Also my mods. Big up to the student hub, yes. Big up to the student hub. We'll be giving our plugs here. Uncle Kerwin, never failed me yet. All right, folks. So what we're going to be doing? We're going to be going through the top 10. And we will let each one of the judges give their views on the video. So what I will do is I will play one of the videos. Well, I'll show you what number 10 is. Kerwin, if this thing goes south, is your fault, eh?
My fault.
All right, cool.
My fault, and you scrolling.
No. All right.
You mean like always my fault with the 35%? Okay.
No. The good thing is I could put up the screen before time. All right, so this is how it's going to be. You're going to see this screen, and then I'm going to scroll once, and you will see number 10. All right, so coming in at number 10 is video contestant number 6. Number 6 is Khyle Harrisingh from Jamaica. So Khyle, you will be receiving 1 month of free IT lessons with me, Mr. Charles, whenever you're ready. So contestants, just remember, all you have to either DM me or email me. So let's look at Khyle's video, which is number 6, and we'll get some views and reviews from our very harsh judges who had a wonderful time judging. All right, so let's get number 6 on the inside and see if I can jog your memory.
Right.
Video number 6. All right, this is number 6 here. All right, I'll take a quick pass through. All right. So you all remember this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me hear your views first on the algorithm in this one.
Hold on, let me bring up my level. The first thing, well, he didn't lose marks because of this, but when somewhere along in this video I made an appearance and my pants was pink, so that was just a point to note there.
Let me see if I can find it. I remember where it was.
Yeah.
At least it showed pink on my screen.
Where it was? I can't find it. But we'll get this now. All right, Miss Chanel, let me hear. Sorry. Tell me about the algorithm.
Yeah. Remember, I'm scoring on the algorithm. So
look at it.
You couldn't really cop a lot of marks because there wasn't much choices. There wasn't much use of any of the programming, the programming language, any use of that. So it was just a little too straightforward when compared to the others. So he got 7 in fluidity, 5 in terms of the choices and complexity. All of this is out of 10. How he used his parts that he chose in the video, I gave him 7, and the general experience that come from the algorithm, user experience, I gave him 7 as well out of 10.
Okay. All right, so Miss Chanel, you gave 12 out of 25 for Caribbean Storyboard. Let me hear your views.
Okay, great. So I would have marked everyone using a rubric that looked at their personal narrative, their visual representation of their narrative in this format, and looked at how they spoke about COVID, since they're dealing with COVID, right? So I guess maybe if you wanted me to take off Mark Springer, I could have taken off Mark to the pink pan. But for me, he had a really nice concept, and I think the execution is where the storytelling got lost a little bit. I did like the options of, I think he showed his school life and his recreational life. So that was really interesting. A lot of contestants did that. But yeah, it was not a very steady flow. So that's why we would have lost some of the storytelling.
All right, and Miss Tuklal, let me hear your views on design and graphics. You give 21 out of 35.
21, 35. So which video was that?
Number 6.
Number
6.
All right. I like how he included the timeline part with the Stanley. So it was interesting, but you see, the graphics wise, it was very choppy, and maybe if you put in some more frames in it, it would have moved more fluent.
Okay.
And also the background, like, that's just like, come on, man, you could have get a picture from the internet, you know?
All right. Diane tends to be a bit savage at times, so that's okay. We cool.
Sorry,
art students have that in them.
There's not that, you know, architecture school.
All right, so we're moving on to number 9. Number 9 is our drum roll sound effect, and at the time of best. But listen, here we're looking at it. I can't play some of these songs in some of these videos because I'll get copyright claims. So I have to be careful. I don't want to get pulled down. Because even though I told the children don't include songs, use generic songs from YouTube and whatnot, they're still putting some of them artists on them, and I just see once it got copyright claims as soon as I upload the videos, and I was like, please don't let one of them be a strike. But normally they don't strike you for music. They just tell you that the owner will get. Anyhow, drum roll. Number 9 is video number 13.
Yeah.
Let me get 13. Number 13 is Danielle Khan. I think I put her name as Khan by mistake. But
Yeah. I thought that was from in. That was interesting.
Like, you know how sometimes you do that hyphenated last name? I thought that was what that was.
Exactly. I thought that was it.
I literally made a mistake. Okay. I tend to make mistakes a lot, guys. Just you know. But still struggle.
Just got understood.
Yeah. Being online, you had to make mistakes. All right. So this one was the one where it tugged at your heartstrings, right? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, on YouTube, this one got some serious comments on YouTube from the demographic that is a little older. And because normally when you go on your YouTube analytics, when you go on my YouTube analytics, you would see the age groups are 13 to 17, 17 to 21, and the bar is long. And then anybody that's older, they're really not on the channel now. But when I look at the analytics, I saw a lot of 30-something year olds, 40-something year olds watch this one now. And I was like, oh, really? Interesting. And while reading the comments, I think this one got a lot of comments on YouTube from people who didn't know about the competition. So this video kind of made the wrongs a little bit. So let's go to the marks. Mr. Springer, you gave 23 out of 40 for algorithm. Tell us.
Once again, this video didn't utilize the algorithm. I didn't play on the strengths of the language as much. So there weren't much choices. It wasn't very complex. And she lost marks in the user experience with the algorithm because you make choices, a couple choices, and you're not rewarded. So if you are giving the person the option for choices, there should be I feel there should be a repercussion for the choices. And I think storyline and design, a person gonna echo this in that it started off really fantastic, but it ended like, did I miss the ending? I had to scroll back and look for the ending. So there was a little problem. Like, I don't know if she had an incomplete idea. Started off pulling the heartstrings, but it just didn't have an ending to me.
All right. Okay, so Miss Chanel, I'm trying to get this music real soft right. That's the best I can get. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So like both of you said, it did tug on heartstrings, which is really, it was really a nice perspective. I think it was one of the more unique perspectives where this person, Danielle, was highlighting the fact that no one has it good during these times, right? It was a really unique perspective. I think it did get lost along the way. So the beginning feels solid-ish. The ending is definite. The middle is very shaky. So that is where, and if you're telling a story, you've got to be consistent all the way through. That's how you build. You're actually supposed to be building, and keep everybody along with you. So I love the message. This is a great message, Danielle. But 14 is the mark I gave you.
All right, great. All right, so Ms. Suklal, you gave 21 out of 35 for design and graphics.
No, sir, I gave
25, sorry, 25, yeah, 25, my bad.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, when it came to songs, it had like some pretty interesting background music, as well as the background itself some of it was interesting. What really touched my heart is the Pilori part. I love a Pilori. But eventually the creativity was there. It's just to finish it up. And while the use of the graphics and the characters, I found could be a little more consistent, but it was really nice to include the variety.
All right, great. All right, so that was number 9. And that is Danielle Khan. So Danielle, you send me a DM or send me an email, contact me somehow, and you get 2 months free of IT lessons for whatever subject you want to do that I teach. And that's number 9. Okay, so time for our commercial break.
Wait.
I always wanted to say that, yeah. Time for a commercial break. This this competition was brought to you in part by the Student Hub. The Student Hub is, according to its Instagram bio, a place for high-quality paid online lessons for CSEC and CAPE. You can WhatsApp 1-868-790-8813, and you will be able to get subjects that range from every subject that you could think of. I check in to see if you have a subject list here, and I'm sure you do.
It's a bit down.
It's a bit what?
Oops. It's a bit down.
But
Yeah. Most CXC and CAPE subjects.
All right, so this is Cohen Springer's offshoot of his online teaching. Of course, you know he's been extremely successful as an online teacher with close to 50K subs. You're almost to 50, 47, 48?
47, yeah, I think.
47, yes. All right, so he's close to 47K subs on YouTube, doing this for 3 years. He laid the foundation for many of us. And, well, I don't need to tell you all again. If it wasn't for Cohen, a lot of my early subs and whatnot wouldn't have come through because he sent a lot by me. So it was only fitting that I get him to be a judge here because we have a nice little online teacher friendship and
sometimes enemyship too.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how the thing does go. Right? So all right, so this video is brought to you by the Student Hub. So you check at the Student Hub, _Student Hub on Instagram. You've seen it right there. If you want to do almost any CSEC and CAPE subject, and you will be satisfied. Also, there's a Discord server. If you join the Discord server, you'll get all the resources that you need for almost any subject that you could think of, and more, including IT, which I am a part of the Discord also. And I do have some sort of, what's the role again? Head of channel, head of teacher.
You can delete everything except the Student Hub Discord itself.
Right, yeah, basically. if you behave bad on the Student Hub, I could kick you out, yeah. All right, so that was our first break. And so far we've had number 9 and 10. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 8. Let me get number 8 loaded up. Number 8 is... Scroll once. Right, I did scroll once. All right. Number 8 is video number 5. Number 5, the contestant name is Mikayla Roberts from Trinidad and Tobago. Mikayla Roberts from Trinidad and Tobago. Are you in the chat? Are you in the chat, Mikayla? I'm not seeing. She probably is there. All right.
Wait,
I think
that's the default background.
What's that?
You have the default background on your laptop there, Lenovo.
oh yeah. My Lenovo. I'm a Lenovo junkie, you know. I just believe like Lenovo. Their slogan is to just do. Like, don't talk, just do. Get done.
That's a good slogan. That's similar to mine.
Don't waste time talking. All right, number 5.
My name is Mikayla, and in this video you'll find out about my crazy quarantine.
So,
let's go back to where it
y'all
all
remember
started.
number 5, Mikayla?
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, it doesn't...
All right, so Cohen, you first.
COVID-19.
So tell me, algorithm, Mr. Springer.
Yeah, well, should have gotten the lowest mark in the algorithm because it was probably the least complex. And it presented itself as also the least complex. No set of choices. It's just like a run. It's almost like a video then.
Yeah, I believe when I went through this one, I felt like I was going through a video, and it's just at the end. I think I could have chosen either school or church or school or home or something like that.
And then you weren't rewarded as a result of that. It was just like it was so. It's just like you click on an XP study video then.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So that's why she didn't score too high.
All right, so Caribbean Storyboard, Miss Chanel. Let me hear how you felt about this one.
To be honest, the voice kind of scared me. Because like you see this nice, lovely at home background. It's a teen girl's bedroom, and then you hear da 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 da. So that kind of so I mean,
Oh,
it
thank
threw
God it's
off.
Friday. I mean, it doesn't have getting an entire week off from school because of COVID-19 management.
All right. I feel it there.
So it sort of threw off the young girl telling her own story, right? That particular audio. I think there were a few other elements in terms of the story that was not highlighted in this particular format. That it felt more like a written format than an actual visual format, if you understand what I mean. And when you're doing something visually like this in video, you have to add a lot of elements. The audio makes sense. A lot of the visuals are added. So 16 is what I rounded up with. I don't know why I couldn't, and I was like thinking of the same number, but 16.
And let me just plug here. Each one of these judges put in their marks independent of each other. They didn't know anything about each other in terms of collaboration or whatnot. And when I watched the spreadsheet and each person was putting in their marks at different times, I was like, whoa, okay, all right. I hope I can't be accused of any insider trading. None at all. All right, Diane, let me hear how and why this got 32 out of 35 for design and graphics.
Okay, well, so right. Compared to all, I would say that this person had multiple backgrounds and had the character, and when the character flowed, it was pretty smooth. And the sound, even though the sound was like, what I really appreciated is that the sound was there while the text was there. So like, it's really comfortable for the user. Like, I lazy now, right? I don't like to read them thing. So it'll be easier for me to listen to it rather than to read it. So those things matter, as well as, But the only thing is, it didn't, what I also like was that it was simple. So sometimes simple, like making it simple is what's good because you have a greater chance of executing it better.
I see what you did there. Make it simple. All right, great. Wonderful.
But hear this.
I listen.
The design and graphics judges the opposite of me. Because I understand the laziness, but I saying she lazy, so she meant she want to read. When you're lazy, you want to read it fast and not hear it. Like I prefer people send me a text and send me a voice note. Me and take up the phone and listen to a whole voice note. But we will see some more.
Like when you get an assignment, right?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving on to number 7 now. Number 7 is video number 2. Video number 2 was done by Vedang Kevlani, who I see in the chat. Vedang, you came 7th, and I remember when this competition was coming out, he messaged me early, sir, when the competition coming out, already. So, Vedang, you came number 7, so that means you get 3 months of free IT classes from me, if you so desire, and I will be your teacher, because if you entered my competition, you probably would like my teaching also. Vedang, what number is this video? Video number 2? All right, let me hear what you'll remember about video number 2. What's this one by? Okay, sorry. I died. Copyrighted. I think this one was one of them that
Hey, Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, dance studies in Jamaica. Did I forget to tell you? Yeah. All right, so cool. Let me hear what the algorithm for this one.
Yeah, it was all right. It's just that it felt a little sticky, slow. Vedang I know this name Vedang, so just to critique him is a hard thing for me to do it. They're trying to make the dealings miserable here. yeah, it was a little, the algorithm, let me just say what I'm feeling to say. At the ending, I didn't really want to go forward too much. Like waiting for ball to bounce and all kind of thing. You know what I mean? so he didn't get low marks because he had some complexity behind it, but he should, I think he lost some marks in user experience. He should think about the person, like sometimes you love something more than somebody else would love it, you understand what I mean? So you got to think about the person using it.
The audience. Yeah.
Yeah, think about the audience.
All right, Miss Chanel, let's hear what you think about Caribbean Storyboard. He got 17 out of 25.
Yeah. This was one of the more entertaining, I think, entries. He had quite a bit of comedy in it. Some really nice timing. I think especially when he included the audio of a song that he made up to sanitize in school. I think that was really nice, and adding little elements to the school bell, the jokes he was telling, the anecdotes. Quite a lot was in there. I think it missed some audio from him talking. I think that would have made the actual flow of the story much better. But overall, I think it was really entertaining.
Wait.
All right.
Am I marking the right person?
Vedang, Kevlani.
Don't tell me you put the wrong number in.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I know.
This is number 7.
No, there's no. Yeah.
Video number 2.
Video number 2, rank 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
video number 2. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's correct.
All right, cool.
I'll start this.
All right, Diane, go ahead. 26 out of 35. How you felt?
So wait, it's video number 2, rank 7, right? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I had it wrong. Okay. So yeah, let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I really love the creativity part when you got insight into the culture of Jamaica. So that's very creative. The only part that I wouldn't agree with as much is that a lot of the text it flew by fast. Now I'm accustomed reading the Jamaican dialect, so I read it quickly, but for like the normal user, he has to take into consideration this is like the whole Caribbean, so people probably wouldn't read it as fast as him. But what I also like is that he included a picture of himself, and I don't think I saw anybody else did that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Okay, so that is number 7. 10 and 9, 8 and 7. All right, time for a commercial break, and that is brought to you by CSBS. Now, she had 2 Instagram pages, so I don't know which one to put. So I put the English one, right? That's cool. All right, according to the Instagram profile, she has online English A lessons for 2021 and 2022. Click the link below to register for details. And she is an English teacher and Spanish, I believe. Languages.
Spanish teacher as well. Yep.
Yes, English and Spanish, right? So she does her classes
all online.
Well, I follow the 2 accounts. Yeah, all of them online, and I follow the 2 accounts, and I'm always seeing things that teach me stuff like this.
Oh, yeah.
I click that, yeah. Yeah, well, because I didn't log in because I didn't want to go through that drama. But yes, so CSBS.English. The next one is CSBS.Spanish, right?
That's it.
Right, so CSBS English and CSBS Spanish, and she is a part sponsor of My Caribbean Story 2020, and we thank her for being a judge. So you could go and follow her now. Right now, she's on 711 followers. I would love it if you all could get her to 1K so she could celebrate with her 1K post, because I remember my 1K post when I was so happy. And yeah, we get kind of happy when you get a 1K and thing. But if there's one thing I learned about about Instagram, is that Instagram is fickle.
Very.
As soon as
you have
the
to give it
exam's
love.
done,
You have to give it love every day.
as soon as the exam's done, unfollows like that, and you're like, whoa. I thought I was there, but no, I wasn't there. So Instagram fickle. YouTube are holding power, but Instagram.
True.
Instagram, you You had to work to keep them children
That's
engaged.
so true. That's so true.
All right. So now we're going on to number 6. And the drum roll is my best drum roll. And all I have to do is scroll once. Scroll. Number 6 is video number 16. Video number 16 is Aman Cherry from St. Lucia. This is so far we had Trinidad, we had Jamaica, and now we have St. Lucia. St. Lucia representing. All right, so St. Lucia, Aman Cherry. Is it Cherry or Sherry? Because somehow I feel I say the child name wrong, and you know when you say a child name wrong in school, it's fine, yeah. So, that is not how you pronounce my name. It's whatever. Like you ever hear about a Mikayla and the name's supposed to be pronounced Mikayla?
I know this struggle, but I never hear that one.
Don't do that. All right, so Aman Cherry, let's get her video on and see some of the things.
During this pandemic,
there's some music. I can't play the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
She had a lot of music. Yes.
If you want to hear music, you'll have to go and watch it after, right? Because I could deal with the copyright claims.
She had a lot of music.
Not this one. Cohen Springer, let's hear algorithm.
Right. So this was like in the middle grounds where algorithm was concerned. Pretty decent, but it just had a couple better. How much she got?
How much she got? She got 23, yeah.
Yeah, so around the same level as Vedang. Fluidity, not as much choices as him, I think. But yeah.
All right, Mr. Nell.
Nothing much to see you comment on it.
I hear you. Totally. Mr. Nell, yeah, Caribbean storyboard.
Okay, so for Aman's story, she had some interesting elements. She represented COVID as a ghost. I thought that was very creative and a really unique storytelling element to show that this is something that scary, but you know, the same way people have probably how to say it. The same way people have these fear of supernatural things, they should probably prepare or guard against it in the same way, right? It seemed more like a general story guide than her personal experience. I did love her living room here. I wanted that living room. So, Cherry, you send that living room for me. There were some parts where there were some parts where the background music was so loud, I couldn't hear the characters. And it was really funny, the song she played when John was doing his story. I think John was the negative story. And she played Beatles Imagine. And it immediately just sounded depressing. I thought I was interested. It immediately sounded like he's not gonna last. He didn't last, right? So, yeah, he didn't last. As you heard that music, you know he's not gonna make it. But a very interesting narrative as well from Aman. I call her Cherry from Aman. Good job.
Sherry. All right, then. Let me see. All right, so that was 15 for storyboard, 31 for graphics and design. I think I could see why you gave that. Let me hear you.
Okay, so we start off with the background, right? I love the backgrounds. You see that little interior touch my heart. Also, what I really love is that she include the backgrounds of St. Lucia. So you really get an insight as to St. Lucia. Because remember, this is my Caribbean story, not just my US story, or you really got an insight to the beach in St. Lucia, you got an insight to the grocery in St. Lucia, all those things. What I also like was in the song she had, as well as she had a piece of a voiceover, so that kind of adds a personal touch. The only part that I took out marks for is like the fluidity and the flow. So you see people, they're like, I think she tried to make them walk off the road, but it really appeared like they were just floating off into oblivion. So maybe, you see the floating into oblivion right there too. Maybe that might need some consideration. And she just really lost marks in the fluidity of the characters and how they move.
Ooh, the Jamaican accent is creeping into the Trinidadian accent with that.
You hear that? You hear it.
Oh yeah. We had a long talk about this when we had a little dinner, and I was like, Diane, you laugh low. But I could hear the thing coming in there. Once we in get Rahim on the inside, because then the party done, we get him to start to talk. All right, so we go down to number 5 now. That's all, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, So number 5 is video number 3. Video number 3 was done by Jacob Duncan from Barbados. So now we have Barbados on the inside. You all remember video number 3? Let me give you all a little refresher. Wrong tab. Slow down.
Oh, I'm ready for this one.
Video yes, better be ready. You have some explaining to do.
Very much so.
I apologize in advance for what's for this one.
All right, this one is okay, guys. That's all right. Let us run for a few seconds because the music in this, I gotta catch it the first time. Wait for it. So I get the choice, and then it's gonna start. Listen. It's the kind of Pokemon Go feeling, you know? Not Pokemon Go, Pokemon Red and red and blue.
Classic Pokemon.
And these Zelda vibes. I was getting that kind of, you know, like a playing a game now.
It felt like a game.
So let me get to the marks. All right, so algorithm got 35 out of 40. Mr. Springer, tell them why.
I think this was the highest scoring algorithm because
I think so, yeah.
No, the second highest because it made use of a lot of choices, and also the algorithm felt hidden. So it felt like you weren't thinking about the choices that much. So it was well done and well programmed, if you may. So I love all that. You see that toilet paper sliding in by the cashier? I love all of that. It had a nice, quaint, enjoyable feel to this. I could play this. I could do this. I can go and use this right now and click on this and watch my square box me moving about the place and thing. And I think this utilized the limits of the Scratch. What's the name? Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch programming language.
Really good. And a lot of choices, a lot of options. I ready to throw my Pokeball and catch something in the bush or something. That's really feeling. You know, it felt like home. I was a little bit hurt by one of the judges when I saw my boy only make it so far. I thought he'd have been in the top 3 for sure, but we'll wait for the explanation coming soon.
All right, Chanel, let's hear your views on the storyline. He got 23 out of 25.
Yeah, so this would have been one of my top scorers. So Jacob Duncan, I love your work. This was fabulous. This was great storytelling. So when you have to shift from writing something and then presenting it in this medium and still feel engrossed with it, that's amazing. So my daughter is 8 and she saw me looking at this and she was ready to play, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can captivate somebody at the simplest level, you've done a great story. I think this had so many awesome elements. It had the personal experience of COVID. It had the Caribbean experience. It had the all the dilemmas everybody experienced, the activity, should I wear a mask? Should I encourage a friend to wear a mask?
What's
literally all the options we were deliberated. Should I go after Jama?
Sorry,
Yeah, so even the option of should I play a game or should I go and look at something online? I think nearly everybody went to all those various decisions over the last couple months. So I think this was very real, very realistic. I love the music. It made it feel like a Pokemon game. It made me want to play Pokemon. I think it really fit into the game and the story mode. I think Jacob, he did a really excellent job. I love it. So
You
yes,
see how
thank
when
you.
the
So design
box,
and graphics need to really explain this, Mark.
you see how when the box going towards the store getting smaller and thing, my boy,
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
See when Jamal walk past,
And
he
then
say, "Hey,
Ramphal,
I don't meet Tiki long time." This was it.
All
Big
right,
man
so
Villa.
Diane, yeah, watch it. You're familiar with the dunk out this year in the NBA, where Dwayne Wade kind of gave somebody a 9 when everybody else gave 10s, and he had to justify it after. All right, Dwayne Wade, go ahead.
Um,
16 out of 25 for graphics.
okay, so this was my lowest mark for graphics, and well, let me tell you why. Let me begin with by saying, come on, man, think outside of the box. Literally, you put me in a box, like. Like you have, okay, if you're doing games, there's something called royalty-free graphics. You could go up and get it, and that's where you don't have to you get struck by the copyright laws. So and I saw that I think he drew his own background, which is commendable. But I mean,
Yeah, go to.
okay, we are looking at it as, these children put in hard work. But if you look at it as a regular layman and they look at this, it'd be like, what is this, Like maybe they could, okay, what I would suggest is take a picture like everybody did from, if you know you're not, okay, if you know you're using paint to paint the background, take a picture from Google now, That's why I just found
I
the
think the
graphic.
box actually made it more authentic. I actually like that the fact that he used the boxes. It actually made it feel more old school and charming to me. I actually didn't mind the box. And it felt more like me. I like the box. Even if low quality.
Well, I mean,
Cute.
yeah.
It's cute. It's really cute. So
Yeah, let me tell you. Thank you very much, Diane. And there is no pressure at all from the judges on you, because you are judged for a reason. They didn't get an art scholarship, right?
He saying that he cannot speak for me.
I mean,
there is pressure from this judge coming on me.
On the game itself, like Mr. Charles can contest to that. We did a game back in Holy Name. And when we were looking for graphics, I was like, no, guys, this styling have to match with this styling, you just pound them with graphics. Can't just show up with any kind of graphics in a, because it's also about fluidity also. You don't want to take different styles of graphics and put it together. It's all about how the user experiences it and how the user reads it. And you have to think in the layman point of view. For example, who going and play, Snake now, the Snake on the old Nokia phone, when you have nice graphics like Halo 4 and all those things to play, who going on?
Because who plays Twitter, I
am hurt. I am hurting. I am hurt.
I still think this is so cute. I think it's so cute. I think it has its own charm. I think it works with his story. That was my.
Everybody who played Minecraft is hurt right now.
Minecraft, oh my goodness.
All right,
everybody playing Minecraft is hurt right now.
Look, Jacob, he chime in. He said he's satisfied with fifth.
I am not satisfied with Jacob.
Well done, Jacob. Well done. All right,
Jacob message on Instagram.
So Jacob, send me a DM, send me a message on Instagram. Contact me somehow so you could get your, how much months we are now? 10 would be 1, so 5 would be 6 months of free IT classes.
All right. Lovely.
5 months of free IT classes, something so. Anyhow, just message me and I'll sort it out, right? Cool. You could get one in IT just off my YouTube channel alone. But if you're my student, you could get one in IT by just attending class. Just being there. All right, so now we're going on to number 4. But before that, we have to plug the Caribbean School of Architecture. The only architecture school in the English-speaking Caribbean. Follow our page and see our creativity. Diane is a student in the Caribbean School of Architecture. This school is located in Jamaica. So big up to all the Jamaicans on the inside right now. And you will see that they have many courses that will teach you how to do architectural design. And in the Caribbean, we have our own special type of architecture that we should try to promote and not just try to make everything look like it came from Europe or came from America. So Diane is an architecture student there, and she chose to plug her school because she loves it very much. Don't you, Diane?
Yes, sir. You know, we work hard, work all the time, 24 hours, all the time, little to no sleep. But what's really nice is to see the fruition of your hard work, which is like all these beautiful models and drawings. We even have merch, as you can see, selling. You have the jacket, you have bottles.
4,500. Oh, that Jamaican, right. I remember. Along I say, yo, that jacket expensive. This is the video where they show water on you after. Sorry, you shouldn't tell them that.
No, I don't know if it's in there, you know, sir. I don't know.
And I don't do it for that. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. It's cool. All right, so Caribbean School of Architecture, for those of you that think about architecture and want to think about design and you want to get into drawings and civil engineering, that kind of stuff, Caribbean School of Architecture is your place to be.
Yes, guys, you know, all you just need is a pass in CSEC Math, CSEC English, and I think 5 other passes, and you could go straight to CSA right after CSEC. You don't need to do Form 6. So all those who really know that they want to do architecture, go ahead and apply.
Look who come. Look who.
That's Rahim?
Yeah.
Look how gentlemanly looking in them pictures.
Nah, this before the hair grow.
Shirt and tie and jacket and thing.
All right, Rahim, we see you. You man say big, yes? And once you don't type all you.
All you.
Yes. All right, so we're moving on to where the air is rare. The air is rare. We are going into...
Call me Diana. Please know, people, my name is Diane. I'm not Diana Pullman.
Oh. Yeah, I just a struggle you're going to get for the rest of your life. It's cool. You believe they spell my name as Andrea, Andrea, because they think Andre ends with an A? Yeah, for real. Like, it happens all the time. It's cool.
Oh, wow.
We good. All right, so we go on to where the air is rare. Number 4. And all I have to do is scroll up, and you will see that number 4 is video number 10. Video number 10 was done by Jeremy Weis from Trinidad and Tobago. I think I remember this one, video number 10. I think I remember it. It was interesting.
Yes, it was.
This one was...
I'm loving this. I'm feeling to cry for this.
It was one of my favorites, you know. It had a point in time where I can't remember what exactly made me laugh, but me ball out.
All the anime characters in this one.
It's number 10?
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
One of my favorite characters in this.
I like, where Sasuke come from? Like, how, at the start of the story, I was like, how we gonna incorporate Sasuke into, you know, this thing, because me, big man like me now watching Naruto for the first time and trying to catch up so I'll be able to keep up with these children. And
trying to catch up to Naruto? I wish you luck. Good.
So you have to put aside some of the
life. When I start something in life, I just finish, huh?
So this is not like One Punch Man, you know, so you can't watch it in a day.
Hey.
It's like 3 different.
And I know Risha where he beat Itachi. Yeah, cool. Moving on. Mr. Springer, you gave this video number 10. You give it 26 out of 40 for algorithm. Let's hear why while I go through it in pieces.
There were some choices as well, but you ever had a dream and one moment you're in a lake drowning, the next moment you're in space, next moment you're running from a dog, the next moment you're talking to the Prime Minister, then you're sleeping, and this was actually right here. This is an episode in randomness and abstracticity. This was just really hard for me to follow. Like, where was this man sit down and hit a storyboard for this? Imagine this man's storyboard. First, I bring in Sasuke, yes. Then I bring in All Might, yes. Then I bring in these random memes, yes. Then, whoa, doubles, yes. Like, you make a survey and say, they give me all the most interesting ideas that I can think about it. And I push them all together as one. Looking almost like right in the corner there too. It was just too much, right? It was just too much, to be honest. So
I think this was my favorite part here. That's my favorite part.
Much, that's
only
what
because I love the anime character that's coming up. He put Ryukin. So
yes,
you put Ryukin. The man put his best friend with that death god. His best friend with that death god at Shinigami.
Yeah,
it really is. And Ryuk hugging up that apple. Yeah, what? Give him that apple self. What kind of fun is that?
This is.
All right, Mr. Nell, let me hear your storyline analysis here.
So I think Cohen definitely touched on some of it. It felt like 3 or 4 different stories going on. It was all entertaining. It was all entertaining, really entertaining. You could tell he loves anime. I think a lot of people in this love anime. You're anime fans. But I felt like it's too many different narratives. So I also got kind of always entertained throughout, recognizing people, recognizing memes, recognizing places, but still a little lost on the flow. I felt I couldn't understand why he was 2 different characters, because I'm assuming the guy in the purple suit is him. And then he's in
when he changed this one.
I couldn't understand. I wasn't sure why the change. It was interesting. But yeah, I think if it felt more like a cohesive story, if he was able to tie the introduction to the different versions, then he would have gotten more marks for narrative. But overall, it was actually not that bad. He got 19 out of 25 from me, so it's pretty good. And yeah, props for using Ryuk. I love Ryuk.
The bacon shark, like
this one had every single story. Nothing was missing.
He talked to a shark, and then he had a bacon shark. No, he talked to Daddy Shark. He talked to Daddy Shark.
I remember on YouTube, everybody was commenting like, "Where did shark come from, though?" And everybody was like, "Where did this guy come? Where did this come from? Where did that come from?"
You know what? I mean, he watches anime. Maybe that's why. It's like a random anime. It's a random.
All right, that's true.
I will give him
that I'm not familiar with. That kind of way you just bring things out of nowhere. Just we're not on that level yet. I'm not on that level.
All right, Diane, to 35. Let me hear your analysis.
Well, for me, I'll just start off by saying that I'm into anime also. Well, I used to be, so I knew some of the characters, and it was really nice to see them come into play. And I think that's what he really liked, and that's really what featured it from his mind. So Mr. Springer mentioned that, it was all over the place. But I like that, because if that's what's going on in his mind, to me, that seems like creativity to me, as well as the fluidity of the graphics and the cleanliness of the graphics. So you see, like, the character he has there is pretty sharp. It's not like a pixelated something that he blew up too big and you're seeing, all those things. The quality of the graphics is really good, as well as the background and the sounds that he put into the piece. It was well timed, like added really good comedic effect.
All right, cool, great. So that is that's number 4. Yeah, what's his name?
Jeremy.
Video number 10. Yeah, Jeremy Weis, right there from Trinidad and Tobago. So Jeremy, contact me, and we will sort out your classes. Okay, moving on now to where the air is rare. Number 3, as I scroll up once, is video number 15. Who is video number 15? Video number 15 was done by Manisha Balkaran. Oh, yes. I I was impressed by Manisha's submission on the first time I watched it. I was like, oh,
she gave you a shout out. I think she gave you a shout out in this one. Is this the submission?
Yeah.
This person was talking to you, I think.
Serious?
Yeah, she was.
I can't remember her talking to me.
She spoke to you, I think.
This is the one with the game at the end, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the one with the game at the end. Yeah. And you have to play the game to determine if. Yeah. And I have to judge the COVID. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so go ahead, Kerwin, listen.
Yeah, well, this one was pretty good. Algorithm skill.
She got 30 out of 40, right? Go ahead.
So algorithm skill was there. Once again, I, in my judging, kind of gave some marks when your choices make sense kind of way. So some of the choices was like, at least I didn't feel it, but other than that, yeah, pretty good. And use of the scratch programming.
All right, Miss Chanel story was how much I got? 16 out of 25.
It got 16. Yeah. So it was very straightforward. It didn't feel as entertaining, probably, especially after watching our last video. It was just very straightforward. It was just good. So she got 16. You got a sense of that the main purpose of the story was to show the impact of people not respecting COVID laws. So that seems to be her purpose in this narrative, more than, I wasn't sure if this was more like a general experience than a personal experience.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. And I also like the fact that she incorporated speaking to you in this. I thought that was interesting. So it's like she presented it.
Oh yeah, because when you put in your
name,
depending on what name you type in, that's the name that will come up in the text.
Okay, that's how it is. Okay, so that's why I saw it. Like she was speaking to somebody directly. Could have been X. Okay. Nice. Also another anime fan apparently. A lot of anime fans again.
Right here you have to put in your name. See at the bottom of the screen there? Right. And whatever name you put in, that's the name that will be used throughout the whole
Oh, okay, so that's why your name came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hi Diane. Let's hear your artistry.
Okay, well, I really like the character choices. They're cute, and I like how she also dressed them in her school uniform, because I think one of the frames they had school uniform, and as you can see, the background also had the same school uniform. So I imagine that would have been a bit complex to dress them in that uniform at the same time. Yeah, you see that way in that particular background, the children in the background also wear the same school uniform as them. So I commend her efforts. I also really, really like how she had a little mini game in the at the end. Like that was my favorite part. So she got one of my she was in the set that got one of my highest graphics ratings.
Yeah, because the COVID bouncing around the screen, the game was hard.
Like that. Like I was really it really catch my attention, you know.
I'll tell you the truth, when I was recording the videos, because basically I have to go into the scratch videos and I have to play them and go through all the choices while recording. And it took me about 2 takes to win the game so that I could see what will happen when you win the game. Because it's like the COVID things just follow you away.
You gotta move faster.
Yeah, I'm really bad at gaming. If you only watch my Halo streams, you'll realize that
I went to the Halo stream and like, what this man doing for him? This is not a good representation of online teachers.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to tag boy. Them men just kill me for fun. When you see somebody get 20-something kills, if they could show you how much times they kill me, you realize half of that will be me. But hey, I'm horrible at games. But yet still, we play them, don't we? Humans tend to find things that they're horrible at and keep doing it over and over. All right, so all right, time for our final commercial break, and it's brought to you by Make It Simple TT. That's me, TT CSEC, and Cape IT and Computer Science. Love all things tech, live on YouTube every Sunday night, live on IG Tuesday and Thursday night. I teach IT and computer science as a professional occupation, but I also love technology so much that I love to talk about it with anybody that wants to. So every Tuesday and Thursday night, I go live on Instagram, and I probably have the lowest live count of people that go live on Instagram. Consistently, I have about 10 to 15 people, but every Tuesday and Thursday, they come religiously, and they want to talk about technology. So I just kind of, I don't care. And when they ask, when people come and be like, wait, boy, a little bit of people in this live, boy, I'll be like, well, it's cool. You could leave. We good here talking. We good here talking about technology. So I am an IT teacher. I'm a comp sci teacher, and all my stuff. All my stuff is on YouTube, and you could go there. I only try and benefit technologically, but my goal is not just to teach. My goal is to engender a love for technology in the Caribbean and make us a force to be reckoned with when it comes to implementing technologies within our space. So people will just be like, the Caribbean is not just for tourism, you know. There are a lot of good technology companies inside there, plenty good coders, and they could do stuff for you. So that's my goal before I turn 60. I hope that I could change that. So I have a few years to fight that down. But for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you could follow on Instagram. The numbers just went back up past 4,000. They were at 4,000, and then after exams, I went down to like 35. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah. All right, but now we back up. So you could follow on Instagram, follow on YouTube. Make it simple, TT. Make information technology simple. All right, and I just want to also put this here. That Spanish said that I'm the best IT teacher, and he put an asterisk. I don't know why.
I agree, Spanish. I agree. Make me do 3 years of Form 6.
What? let me just pause for a backstory here. Only listen to this, sir. Okay, listen to this. This child was doing pure maths, IT, and art, right? Pure maths, IT, and art.
Yeah.
In lower 6, I was teaching her IT. In upper 6, I was now starting computer science at Holy Name Convent for the first year. So she in upper 6, and she come by me and says, sir, I want to do computer science, but I say, Diane, in upper 6. How could you do computer science? She's like, don't worry, sir. I'll do the lower 6 work while I'm in upper 6. So she stopped doing pure maths, take up comp sci, doing lower 6 comp sci and upper 6 IT and upper 6 art. And then to do upper 6 comp sci, she did over art and then pure maths. So that she spent 3 years in Form 6 just because she wanted to do computer science. And partially because I was a teacher. And everybody was like, Andre, what kind of voodoo you work on that girl that making us stay in this school for long? Because normally when students reach upper 6, they want to get out of school now. But
exactly.
She stayed an extra year.
It's not for the faint of heart. Don't do 3 years of upper 6 people. Don't do 3 years.
Her mantra was maximum overdrive. Diane, you finish your IA, don't worry, sir. Maximum overdrive. Diane, you finish your IA, don't worry, sir.
I love that.
And she got an additional scholarship. So
that's beautiful.
That's the backstory.
That's a good ending. That choice wasn't bad.
All right, so maximum overdrive. Number 2. This is where it gets sticky because I want to hear the justification for the difference between number 1 and number 2 because it's 1 mark separating number 1 and number 2. So I will see. So number 2 is video number 7. Video number 7 is Zachary Ramsumair. Zachary Ramsumair. I remember Zachary asking me about his competition on Instagram in the earlies, and he was like, sir, when the competition coming out, I want to give my submission. Sir, what going on? And then when I released the information, he was one of the first people to submit when he was finished, I think. So let's see. Video number 7, Zachary Ramsumair. What was his... This is it.
This video
This
real
is-
crack me up. Yeah, man.
This is Chip Chapley and Susan for a bruising.
Bruising. Oh my.
Oh, so yeah, what went on here, right? I need to get to the choices. All right, so you have to choose between. That's not. Let me get to the first choice. Right, so he was there, and he had to decide whether to study. What's your clock? The clock impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, dog, how we do that with the clock? I teach people to program it for a long time now. So I said to myself, I had to actually go in the algorithm to figure out how we get the clock to do that, which was really cool. And he had the sound effects of the choices and thing, right? We spend in real time on number 2 and number 1 because they deserve some airtime, right? So whichever choice, once you made a bad choice in the earlies, you get failure, right?
Yeah.
And then he had to choose. Yes, he's going to study. Listen to the study music. And the animation for the pencil moving. I was like, yo, he good. And then he reached the class. And my boy fall asleep in the exam. But how the story went with him falling asleep, that's what catch me the most, boy. I was like, what happened?
I didn't know he fall asleep. That catch me too.
I got caught by that as well.
All right, so we went through all the failure and thing. He wanted to sneeze, but he couldn't sneeze. Then we had to figure out if he chose to sneeze, what happened. So when I was going through all these choices, I was like, I trains like you trains. I'd hand up and check over. Right now, when he made the choice and he sneezed, and they took him on the plane. Right, I'm just gonna play this out.
Yeah.
So he on the plane, right, and you don't know where he going. You could see him talking from the plane, and he needed to sneeze again. So now I have to decide whether to sneeze. Now, me trying to figure out which one to choose, boy. I choose to sneeze. Why is it there, fellas? Watch how he take the same graphics on the plane and break it up, eh?
Yeah.
Real amazing stuff. Then, so now I'm going back to the choices again. I was like, okay, let me see what would happen if I didn't sneeze. And this is where I went crazy.
Yeah. Levels, boy, levels.
So the plane gone off. I say, sorry, done.
Child, you are threat to the organization. Okay. And you are boss or something. Hey, when I see Wayne touchdown day, this man 10. When I see Uncle Wayne touchdown day, I say, wait.
Yeah. All right, cool. So that's the gist of his story. So let me hear your marking rationale, Mr. Springer, 38 out of 40 for algorithm.
Right. Well, to me, he was the best in terms of maximizing use of the algorithm. The game was pretty good, but what was the name of the competition? My Caribbean story, not really my Caribbean game per se. So he can't really eat up too much marks on the game. So he just maximized that story. I think I gave him 10 in the fluid. That's not, let me make sure. Fluidity 10. Choices, complexity 10. Use of parts on the video and user experience, I gave him 9 because in the earlies, I find it a little strange that you end off with a failed one time now. Although that could be a technique as well. But that's the only place that I made that he lost marks to me. Other than that, this was excellent. And as I said, when Uncle Wesley touched down there, he really had a kind of, in with these theater storylines, you have a beginning, you have a development with the sneeze, and then you have a reward the ending, whatever you do, whether the plane crash or you get to meet the doctor, well, yeah, you get the cake there, you get the cake, eat the whole cake.
I'm taking the screen now. The screen is
Everything, he had little fine little touches. Like the hand, when the hand talking to the man, I'm like, this man have all the little touches in this to just, seal the marks. So to me, he was my first place person. The other person I gave, who we'll see just now, got 35, got 3 marks less than him.
All right. Miss Chanel, let me hear about the story.
Wait. We have some explaining to do here. What are you doing all these judges,
Andrew? 17 out of 25 curve your storyboard. Go ahead.
Yeah, 17 out of 25, not bad, I would say. It's definitely one of the higher marks that I gave, I guess, average mark. I would say that for this story, the story was the dream sequence, essentially, to me. All the drama and a lot of the major elements were in the dream sequence. I loved that very crazy dream sequence. Everything you all mentioned, seeing Wayne there too. That was I was when the plane crashed, I was laughing. Right? I was really laughing. It was entertaining, but I think in terms of using the visual element, he did a really great job. I didn't feel like it was his story. I felt like it was a great story, but not his actual personal story. So for me, according to the rubric I gave, that's why I would have judged it accordingly. But I would still say, Mr. Ramsumair, this was highly entertaining. And I think not just him, but every single contestant, their creativity in coming up with these stories and presenting them in this medium is really fantastic. And they really need a superb round of applause, as well as using their own language. This year was a last-minute adjustment after the video about how they will be marking. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, interesting, Zachary. But everybody needs to be applauded for their creativity. It's really fascinating to see how many Caribbean people, and I think the Caribbean is one of the richest areas in terms of creativity and innovation in the world, what they could produce at their age. That's fantastic.
Yeah, nice. And just to echo on that, I could understand why you said the thing was my Caribbean story. So he gave a great story, but it was really his Caribbean story. Although we could interpret the my as this is my Caribbean story that I'm bringing to the UK, and not that is my personal Caribbean story.
True, interesting, but I still felt that a lot of all that creativity, a lot of the narration went into the dream sequence.
Right.
Just into that. I felt a lot of it went into there for me.
Yeah. Makes sense. I understand where you're coming from. Didn't understand where Miss Suklal was coming from with Jacob.
All right, design and graphics is 34 to 35 here. Miss Suklal, and tell them.
Okay, so, well, as you can see, that was my highest mark. I mean, like, out of all the entries, this boy put in the effort. He put in the effort. The clock hands, I saw the rate at which the graphics flew. Like, it was smooth. It was smooth. Really good graphics. Really good. A lot of frames of engaging storyline. Always capturing everything.
On the back here, he actually scribbled on the page back there.
Yeah, like this guy thought of everything. And okay, for example, not even the breaking up of the plane, but even when the plane was landing, it was so smooth. It wasn't like choppy. Just everything was so smooth, and it was really good. It was really, really good. Top.
All right, so he came second. So Zachary, you've earned yourself a Samsung Galaxy A21 that was sponsored by me.
That's good, boy.
If I buy it already, no, I sourced it already. I just haven't I had to get my finances in order to buy it now. I will tell you, I did this competition on a future bet now in terms of like I say to myself, all right, in September, I'll get some money. Thank God in September I'll get some money.
Well, we can talk now because I might want to raise the numbers on them for that. If you're up for it.
All right, we go talk.
So that could sponsor and something.
Great is the sorry, I was going to say. All right, good. So, all right, so
oh my gosh.
I've seen some people in the chat that are asking if number one is going to be fire. Now, let me just put this out here one time. This is a competition. And in every competition, that's not I had to put myself full screen for this. Because this is a teachable moment. In every competition, there's always going to be controversy. There's no place that people compete and there is not controversy. It will be very lame if you have a competition and you don't have some sort of different views about who should win and who shouldn't win, and that's okay. But as a student, I just want to let you all know from now, don't become like the adults that are around us, like adults that are like my age and people whatnot, who always get extremely bitter and aggressive with respect to the judging of our competition. We are all entitled to our views, and you can give your views at any point in time. That's not a problem. But please be respectful and understanding that all checks and balances have been done for the competition. Everything was laid out in advance. The judges used a rubric. They were given their own individual things to look at and whatnot. And I made sure that everybody was always above board and on point. So it's cool if you don't agree with number one or you think number two should win, because, I mean, it's a competition. So just teaching you all that now, because how I go come on a YouTube live and not teach, boy, I don't know any other way to live. All right, so number one. Well, if you're smart, you'll be able to figure it out by now. But number one is video number 12. And number 12 was done by Riana Ramphal from Trinidad and Tobago. And her video was one of those videos that you said to yourself, this is a creeper. Is it a sleeper? I'm not too sure. It gave me mixed feelings when I looked at it, because I was saying to myself, okay, this is good. Is it really that good? Wait, it actually is that good. Okay, is it really that good? That kind of thing. So I would love to hear how the judges judged it. And let's just take it in for a little bit, right? So she had this little bust up kind of vibes, sound effects in the background, and
schools and places will remain.
I want the chat to guess who this person is. Wrong answers only.
She got that head.
Wrong answers only.
He's on the TV in the background.
Yeah. All right. And she went through different things that she was doing. And it was a good story. Watch the bees and the timing of the bees and whatnot. I was like, okay, cool. And these are Bitmojis, right?
Yeah.
Right. The Bitmojis have some standard.
Somebody say it's anti-camera. It's cool with it now.
And then she had the taking time to pray and whatnot. Yes, she did.
This part was interesting too.
Yeah, when I had to choose between KFC and doubles, I was like, all right.
No, when I saw KFC, you know that touched my heart. You know that KFC touched my heart.
I just the little show to Wendy.
Yes, I like Who called Wendy and put Wendy in this? Not Wendy.
Yeah. And to get the audio clip from Wendy, to be able to put it in, that I found that that takes some effort, boy, to pull the thing from the video. And she making fried chicken.
That's my cooking game music.
And then she had a little birthday party because it was her story, that kind of thing. All right, so I'm talking too much. Let me get the judges to talk now, and I'll let play in the background. All right, so Mr. Springer, let me hear you give 35 out of 40 for algorithm. Go ahead.
Right, so use of the algorithm right there. From the word go, she said, I need your help to tell the story. And there were lots of options, and the options made sense. The options was very Caribbean. You get rewarded music, visual, text, everything that I think earned her that second spot. Only on top of that, I placed the guy from before because his algorithm had a little more complexities in terms of moving objects and things like that. But hers was just as appropriate, I find, and everything fell in place. The user experience was best. What number was her?
She was number 12.
Yeah, so she got 9, 8, 9, 9. 9 in fluidity, 8 in choices and complexity. Pretty high as well, and then 9 in the other two. So, Riana, excellent job. I think you would have got, as you said, it was a creeper. It wasn't like when I marked this, I said this is first place for sure. I just said this is a really good one, and
yes.
But it was a really good one in all the design, every single thing. So it just made it. It just floated to the top.
Yeah. All right, Miss Chanel, go ahead.
Hey, so as y'all would have seen, this would have been one of the two that I gave closer to. Yeah, my other favorite was Jacob Duncan from Barbados. Hi. Still feeling it. That's the thing. But for Rihanna, it's again like both of you said, it felt like, oh, this is okay, this is nice, and then you realize she's actually telling you her entire story. So she actually started from when in Trinidad, when we found out, hey, we have a case, and hey, we might not have school. So she actually went through all these stages of I'll see you next week, the stages of, oh my God, I'm not going to see my friends again, Prime Minister on TV. She actually went through also, so she went through the dilemma from a national level or countrywide level and how she experienced it. As well as being a student, as well as still having to study, as well as still having to enjoy her birthday virtually and still trying to make the best of it. She seemed to have incorporated, I don't know Rihanna, but you seem to have incorporated a lot of your personal likes into it. That's the impression I got. And I guess that's why it crept up on everybody. You could tell this is an authentic story. It felt like we actually saw what she experienced and what she deliberated over the last few months. So for me, that is why she would have gotten all this particular mark. You felt her daily struggles, and I actually really liked how she included some of the clips of the Prime Minister, the clips of Wendy Rahamad speaking. So that's what was really interesting. A very, very solid, very authentic story.
All right, great. And Diane, for design and graphics, they gave 32 out of 35. Let's hear.
Yeah. Okay, so the graphics, the choice was standard graphics. So each character looks relatively the same. It's not one that looks highly pixelated and others look clean as cut, right? The background was really good. The flow of the animation, like in the kitchen, was a bit choppy, so that's where she got really nice in the section for personalization, uniqueness, and creativity, because that was my so just like
Ariska? Okay, good. Sorry.
No, it wasn't by me.
Not by me.
Just an overview. The rubric was on background, the flow of the animation, creativity, personalization, and uniqueness, and sound. So those are the 4 things I grouped.
Some lag.
Yeah,
I graded on for my.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Dan, for your breakdown. So let's just look at the last 2, right? Final score was 90 to 89. You can't get closer than that. I mean, you can't get closer than 1 point. And these are 3 independent judges with 5 different categories for their individual rubric that all came together and got that number. So I would really, really, really love to congratulate Riana and
Zachary.
Zachary, Ramsumair, and third would have been 15 and 15.
Manisha.
Yeah, Manisha, yeah. All right, so Manisha, you will get the earbuds. Zachary, you get the Galaxy A21, which may be upgraded courtesy the Student Hub. And not maybe, will be upgraded courtesy the Student Hub. And number 1, which is Riana, you will get the Galaxy A71 courtesy makeITsimpleTT myself. And yes, I want to say, like, thank you very much, guys. Y'all were excellent judges. So I'll do the plugs again. Cohen Springer, you got to do your individual plug this time. You could say whatever you want to say while I scroll through your Instagram page.
All right. So yeah, I have no problem as long as it's okay with make IT simple TT, adding a little extra from the Student Hub to the top 3 prizes. So the Student Hub is a place for online learning, CXC, CSEC, and CAPE. We have 20-something odd tutors, teachers, all highly qualified, bachelor's, master's, studying PhD, some of them. Lots of years of experience between us, many different subjects, CSEC, CAPE. To register, just go on the Student Hub Instagram and WhatsApp the number there, and one of our admins will get to you. So between the hours of 9 to 5 on a weekday. So feel free to jump in. Other than that, I'm Cohen Springer. I'm the YouTube teacher. You can just look me up on YouTube, specializing in mathematics, going into some other subjects as well this year. Blessings.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Springer. Now we have Ms. Chanel from CSBS English and CSBS Spanish. Take it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Chanel. So I teach both English and Spanish for CXC. You will find me on Instagram at CSBS English and CSBS Spanish. You'll also find me on YouTube, but my channel is little baby. So I don't have figures like these guys got. So you'll find me on YouTube under CSBS Learning. Right now, there's a lot of content for Spanish. So if you all are new to the exam, I'm not sure what to do, you're going to find a lot of stuff for Spanish. There's not really a lot of content for Espanol. Why not?
I spelled it wrong.
CSBS Learning.
Dot learning. I spelled it.
No, not dot learning. Should just be base learning.
Yes. Oh wait. Sorry.
Just search it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my goal is to ensure that people understand that language can be fun. I know those subjects are the most boring, traumatic, and loads of subjects written for CXC. But trust me, with me as your teacher, it's actually going to be very, very, very entertaining. So if you're interested, you always can DM me on Instagram, or you can click the link in my bio and get some information on my classes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's me there. That's me. Only brightly colored stuff.
You need to subscribe, bro.
Yeah, please do subscribe. The English content will be coming soon. I have to take any Spanish babies this year.
I support all online teachers. I do. Like,
yeah.
I subscribe to everybody. Okay, yeah. Thanks. All right, thank you very much, Ms. Chanel. We do appreciate your insights with respect to the English and Spanish in the Caribbean, because hey, we need that. All right, now
Really?
we want to plug Caribbean School of Architecture. Diane, take it away.
Okay, so this is the Caribbean School of Architecture, the only accredited architecture school in the Caribbean. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hear
we
you.
can.
Oh, okay, right. So this is the only accredited Caribbean school in the the Caribbean region. It's the closest one to Trinidad, actually. That's accredited, and it's situated in Jamaica at the University of Technology, not UE, but UTech. So yeah, some people kind of mix it up. It's a 4-year course for undergraduates, 2-year course for masters, and yeah, you could go up online on the UTech website, check it out, or you could go on the CSA Instagram as featured right here and check out the page. We have lots of good stuff. You see a lot of aesthetic stuff where we have past projects, we have models that we built as classes, as individual projects. Is some really, really good content on the page featuring the school and what we do.
With your fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I said in is the pronunciation of the name. Ayash? Ayash? Ayash.
Lash?
Lash?
Lash Love? Is that L or I?
It had to be a L.
Lash Love.
I don't know.
You could post for us, or you could post for us how you pronounce it in chat.
Yeah, put the syllables. All right, and my name is Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT. You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, and you will be able to get a lot of IT-based stuff, including your CSEC and ComSci, but also I do things for teachers, I do things for older folks, teach technology literacy, have different tech talks, and always up to date to tech talk. Like Elon Musk just have the brain implanting that he put in a pig, and they could check the pig's movement. And I was like, whoa. Wow. So all those things we talk about, and I love technology, and I want to see technology go places in the Caribbean. That is exactly why I did this competition, because I wanted to showcase what young people could do with a very simple programming language that they learned from my 3 YouTube videos. They learned how to do these things from 3 one-hour videos that I showed them, and they watched the videos, figured out some basic things, and then you let the creativity run, which is exactly what we try to do as teachers. We give you tools, and then we let you
have to do it.
Yeah, take your creativity and take the tools to build whatever type of house you want to do. So that's me. You could follow me on at makeITsimpleTT. For those of you all are watching this after the fact, subscribe to the video and check out these guys' pages and subscribe to them also. And we will take this IT thing future.
Much appreciated, everyone. Please check out CSC page.
So a lot of people asking me when is the next My Caribbean story, and that will be next year. Boy. The amount of I had to do to pull this thing off by myself. Next year, I'm going to get staff.
Right.
Yeah, I'll have to hire some of my past students who said they are already willing to do that. So I'll probably have an internship next year, because this year I only had 16 submissions, and I'm positive that by next year we'll be like.
There'll be a lot more.
Yeah.
And when I saw the marking, how you do it with the likes and things, I'm like, who going to count all of this now?
I was checking that max already and thinking, no boy, that's a lot to check. And then each a like and a comment was different, and then you have to check the comment to see if it's a valid comment. I was just gonna see comment.
Yeah, I have some students who did that for me because they love me. I just gave them like 3 videos each, and they were like, all right, so I can handle 3 videos. I'm sure Dan, my students kind of loyal. They're real loyal. I don't know what I did when I was teaching them, but probably taught them well.
You gave them love. Love.
So for Christmas,
that's for when you drive us to KFC. You remember when you drive us to KFC for KFC, sir? That touched my heart.
It's food. Well, when you feed them, they just come back.
Who does he love? Who does he love too?
Yeah,
All right,
we know that.
so for Vedang, I'm positive that you will be one of the competitors next year, and I'm sure you're going to make it into the top 5. Well, okay, I'm not sure if you make
Great
it.
work, Vedang. Great work.
But you came in
I
this
think
year.
that's one thing. That's one thing.
Go ahead, Chanel.
No, what I'm saying, every single contestant, regardless of whatever place or whatever mark they got, they need to really give themselves a round of applause for their creativity and the amount of work they put into this. I don't think this was easy at all. So they need to give, each one of you all need to give yourselves a round of applause, sincerely.
All right. Jarvis, she asked if I could put up the list from 1 to 16. Well, I can't put up the list from 1 to 16 because the judging for this top 10 wouldn't have been done for the other 6 videos. So I'll only probably want to.
Somebody say justice for Jacob.
I'm behind that movement. Justice for Jacob. Oh my God. Justice for Jacob.
Jacob.
I want Jacob to message me. I want to speak to Jacob. I want to hear his concept behind that. I want to speak to Jacob. Jacob, if you're listening, please message me.
Jacob, you still have free classes to get in IT if you want to, so don't think that you're leaving here without something. All right, so Christmas, I will have our next.
I might still do something for Jacob, so message.
All right. Oh, look at that. You see again, I'll forward it. Yeah, so Christmas, I'm working on our next IT-based competition, but it wouldn't be programming in Scratch. It'll be a little more, it'll be something a little different to bring out how the Caribbean celebrates Christmas. But I'm still working on it.
Oh, that sounds so cute.
And if y'all willing, I might bring y'all back as judges, or I might integrate some other Caribbean teachers. But we'll see how it goes. But it's all for technology in the Caribbean. So thank you very much, guys. Hold on, don't leave yet. I'm just gonna end the live and then we'll talk a little bit after. Although it's past my bedtime about the school. All right, everybody on the inside, all the mods, Jarvis, Geo, Ren, Spanish, and I forget another mod. I think I have the best mods in on YouTube.
Yeah.
They don't play. They don't play because the last week Sunday I had a thing for teachers and parents, and I had about 3,000 and something people in the lives, and I see them. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they started paying them now way.
Yeah, the girl. We had a discussion about it.
I know I have a few of them included here, handling the student hub, Weis and the student hub Discord. And they do that good job. I had to consider shelling out some money.
I consider getting them out something. But we had a conversation and they said no, sir, you help us, so we help you. And I was like, oh, my heart.
Wow.
But yeah. But
a little Christmas, man, I think a little something for Christmas.
Christmas, definitely. That's what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll give them a gift every week by playing Halo and letting them kill me. But
well, still, from what you say, that does sound like a gift. That sounds like a normal thing.
Yeah, it's getting too normal now. They don't find anything. When you see a kill to a child, that's like a normal thing. It's cool. But once I'm on the team where they capture the flag, though, we might have a little thing to say. Because you had to play to the objective. They will laugh at that.
Yeah.
Anyhow. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for coming to the live. And I will see you next week, Sunday. Next week, Sunday, I actually start back work. So anybody in Form 4 who has trouble with their SBA, we're starting to deal with SBA things for IT from next week, Sunday. So let everybody know. And we're going. Goodbye.